Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nilanjana Bhattacharya Nath from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Modern Science. Today my topic is COT analysis. In this video, I will be discussing about the COT curve, COT value, its analysis and application part. So let's start with a brief introduction. First, I want to tell you what is COT curve and what do you mean by COT curve analysis. COT curve analysis is a technique for measuring the complexity of DNA or genome. It was first developed and utilized in the mid-1960s by Roy Britton, Eric Davidson and associates. It is based upon the principles of DNA renaturation kinetics. In this reaction, the rate-limiting step is the collision of two complementary molecules, giving second-order reaction kinetics. A collision will result in formation of a double-stranded molecule depending on whether the two strands are complementary. The product of CO, that is concentration of single-stranded DNA at 0 time, and the time T, that is period of incubation. So C0 into T is equal to COT. Next, DNA renaturation kinetics. The rate at which heat denatured DNA sequences in solution will renature is dependent on DNA concentration, reassociation temperature, cation concentration, and viscosity. So we all know the basic concept of DNA denaturation and renaturation. Denaturation is simple process by which we can separate two single-stranded DNA, and renaturation is the process by which we reanneal the single-stranded DNA to form a double-stranded DNA. So, in case of DNA renaturation kinetics, the COT is equal to DNA concentration into renaturation time into second into a buffer factor that accounts for the effect of cations on the speed of renaturation. For example, if we have a sample that is nucleotide concentration is equal to 0.050 molar, renaturation time 344 second and buffer factor 0.5 molar SPB is equal to 5.820, then we can calculate the COT value by multiplying these three, that is equal to 100. And one thing we must remember that the rate at which a particular sequence will reassociate is proportional to the number of times it is found in the genome. Next, COT half. When the reaction is half complete, it is written as COT half. So COT half implies the rate of reassociation, which means faster the reassociation, smaller the COT half. And the slower the reassociation, obviously larger the COT half value. So this indicates segments of DNA with a particular sequence, if contain hundreds of thousands of copies, the frequency of collision is greater and they reassociate at higher frequency. As I have told you, in that case, COT half value is smaller. And those fragments which are longer and have one or two copies with unique sequences reassociate slower. So COT half of a reaction therefore suggests that the total length of different sequences present in the genomic DNA. Renaturation of any genome displays a COT half that is proportional to its complexity. The complexity of any genome can be determined by comparing the COT half of it with that of COT half of known genome. Next, COT analysis. Tissues from the organism of interest is placed in an antioxidant medium and homogenized in a blender. The homogenate is filtered, plastids are preferentially lysed and nuclei are pelleted by centrifugation. Next, pellet should be free of contaminating organelles. DNA is isolated from purified nuclei using phenol or chloroform extraction coupled with proteinase and RNase digestion. The DNA is cut into pieces of about 450 base pair by sonication or high-speed blending. Fragment size is checked by agarose gel electrophoresis. Shear DNA is precipitated and aliquots of the DNA are dissolved in 0.03 molar, 0.12 molar and 0.50 molar sodium phosphate buffer to produce solutions of known concentrations. Next, the DNA solutions are distributed into glass microcapillary tubes or glass ampules so that each tube or ampule contains minimum 100 microgram of DNA. The ends of the tubes or ampules are sealed. Next, one of the tubes with known concentration of DNA is selected and placed in boiling water to denature DNA duplexes. The tube then placed in a water bath set at sample's criterion, that is Tm is equal to 25 degrees centigrade. Renaturation is allowed to occur until the sample reaches a specific COT value. And once the sample has reached the desired COT value, the end is broken off of the tube or ampule and the solution is blown into a 100-fold excess of 0.03 molar SPB. Next, the diluted sample quickly loaded onto a hydroxyapatite column equilibrated with 0.03 molar SP buffer. At this buffer concentration, all DNA binds to the hydroxyapatite, that is HAP. Once all of the solution has entered the HAP, 0.12 molar SP buffer is added, causing single-stranded DNA to elute. Eluent containing single-stranded DNA is collected in a graduated polypropylene tube, and next step, after the single-stranded DNA had been collected, 0.50 molar SP buffer is added to the column to elute double-stranded DNA. Next, the volumes of single-stranded DNA eluent and the double-stranded eluent are determined. Exactly 0.9 molar of the centrifuged single-stranded DNA eluent is mixed with 0.1 ml of aqueous 10 normal KOH to denature any DNA duplexes. A sample of the double-stranded DNA eluent is likewise denatured. Lastly, the A260 value of the single-stranded DNA per KOH mixture and the double-stranded DNA per KOH mixture are determined. The A260 value is the absorbance value. As we all know, nucleic acids strongly absorb UV light with wavelengths of 260 nanometer due to the resonance structure of the purine and pyrimidine bases. So the next slide is how will we calculate the COT value. For a particular COT value, the percentage of single-stranded DNA is calculated as follows, that is VSS into ASS into 100 divided by VSS into ASS plus VDS into ADS, where VSS equal to total volume of single-stranded fraction, VDS is equal to total volume of double-stranded fraction, ASS is equal to A260 for the KOH denatured single-stranded fraction and ADS is equal to A260 for the KOH denatured double-strand fraction. Next, COT curve. The logarithms of COT values ranging from essentially no renaturation to nearly complete renaturation are plotted against corresponding percentage of single-stranded DNA values to yield COT points. So that particular graphical representation is known as COT curve. A graph of COT points ranging from little or no reassociation until reassociation approaches completion is called COT curve. From an analysis of a COT curve, one can determine genome size, relative proportions of single copy and repetitive sequence, the fraction of the genome occupied by each frequency component and the mean kinetic complexity of the sequences in each frequency component. For eukaryotic DNA, COT curves are not simple sigmoid curves. Computer analysis generally resolves them into three characteristic portions of the genome, with each component having its own COT half value. Number 1, highly repeated DNA, which present average of 50,000 copies per genome, that is about 10% of the total DNA. Second one is moderately repeat DNA. These are present average of 500 copies per genome, that is equal to total of 30% of the genome. And last, that is unique sequence DNA, which is present up to 10 copies per genome, that is about 60% of the genome. Next, application. So it is used to study genome structure and organization, and has also been used to simplify the sequencing of genomes that contain large amounts of repetitive sequence. So, from the overall discussion, we can conclude that COT analysis is a biochemical technique based on the principles of DNA reassociation kinetics, by which we can measure the quantity of repetitive DNA present in a DNA sample, such as a particular organism's genome. Thank you.